Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and another video on Serious About Salvage. I hope you are all well. Today's video we're going to continue with the EcoBoom. We may get it finished, we may not. I'm not completely sure yet. But during this video the paintless dent removal man will be coming, so fingers crossed he can sort that wing out, because that's the only thing I'm a bit dubious on. But yeah, we've got a door in colour, we've got a wing in colour, so we can build it back together, try and polish this bumper up, and it's not going to be far off, is it? Let's spin round. So yes, we have a door, there we go. There's a couple of little marks on it, but I think a nice polish will sort that out. The wings in this box, I'm led to believe it's perfect condition. We'll see. So we can get this back together, get the headlight back in and the car back together looking like a car. Once we're at that point, means I can then try and polish this bumper up. I must remember I need to find a wheel yet and some tools for it, because no spare wheel tools. Yeah, I mean, then there isn't much to do. Like I said, the paintless dent removal guy is coming, but I'll have a polish of that today now as well. See if we can get the marks out. We'll go over them marks. We'll go over the marks on the bumper there. I've got some new floor mats for it, because I mentioned they were knackered. And yeah, I mean, it should be quite a good turnaround, really. Yeah. Right, now this car has been in my possession for a little while. I've noticed a few things. This car's had a little bump before now. Not much, but it has had a little bump before now. Around here, if you look close enough, I don't know how it's coming out in camera. There, along there, it's had some repair work. It's not that easy to see. They've done a pretty decent job, but you can just tell it's had some repair work there. These Fiesta bumpers, they only take a very little knock on the front and they break across that mark. Whether it broke completely or just fractured the top, because the bottom is pretty good, to be fair. It's just more there. So perhaps it just tore that little bit. But yeah, it has had a little bit of work there. And there's a few lines in the bonnet there where I presume they were scratches that they'd touched up. But yeah, nothing major. I mean, I haven't HPI checked it to see if it was written off prior, but I very much doubt it. That looks to me like they just run up to something, cracked it, and probably just had it repaired themselves, maybe. There's definitely no damage to the bonnet or anything behind it, just a little nudge by the looks of it. But yeah, it's worth pointing out if anyone is interested in buying it when it's done. I do like to disclose everything that I know about these cars. I mean, if you're looking for it and you get the light on it, you can just about see it, but you'd walk past this car a million times and never see that. You've got to know what you're looking for. So right, I think let's get this door swapped over whilst we have more access to these hinges and stuff. Makes sense to do it now. And then we'll be unpacking that wing and praying that it is good condition, and we can then put it together. Okay, so the door is on in a fashion, and it's not bad. I mean, it's come forward. We have our gap. Gets a bit tighter at the bottom, but we have our gap. So we need to come up at the front, that level there, which will create a bigger gap at the bottom. Won't it? As that goes up, that goes that way, yeah. So that's probably the best thing to do first. Yeah, I'll get this connected as well, that's out of the way. We will, I mean, I can do that with my hand now. It's easy enough to do if I don't trap it. They have a selection of plugs, these, but on this particular car there's only one. So, I mean, it's a bit harder with the camera in your hand, but plug that in there. That then disappears into the car, like so, and then the cover just slots into the body and clicks. There you go. That's it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Right, now to get to the hinges on the actual body. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Obviously you've got this bolt. You see that stud head there? There's another bolt on the inside as well. They like to put two bolts on, so I mean you have to take out, I think, glove box. I mean, glove box is easy enough to flip down. What's in here? Yeah, some framework and some sound ending. Yeah. I mean, with the front bolt undone, they may knock up a little bit, but you should really get behind them and undo them. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I'll have a bit of a faff around with this now, really. But it's not far off. Yeah, it's not far off. Alright, I'll have a play. And I'll come back to you shortly. Hopefully with some progress. Okay. The door's good now. Look at that gap, beautiful gap. Beautiful gap. Nice. Opens nice. Shuts nice. Really happy. Really happy. So I've unpacked the wing and I've got good news and bad news. Good news and bad news. Good news, colour's great, no damage, love it. Bad news, it's off a car with a side skirt. So there's a hole down here. Oh, typical of me that. I knew it was off a car with a side skirt, but the car was all together on the photo. And I didn't know the side skirts had a hole in the sill. I'm sure Fiesta STs don't have that hole. I'm sure of it. I mean, actually I know they don't, because this is off an ST. Well, that's off an ST, I'm sure. In fact, I don't even know anymore. I don't know, I'm that confused. Anyway, I'm not going to find another one in colour, so I'm going to fit it. Fiberglass the back. Oh, sorry, sniffles, hay fever. Fiberglass the back. tiny bit of filler in the front, and then I'm going to just paint this strip here. It's that low down, and there's a body line there. It should be fine. It should be fine. I'll probably just do it for an aerosol as well. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, it's going to get fit. I'm going to fit it now anyway. I'm going to deal with it when it's in place, because where that hole is, I can still get to it. Oh, I do apologise. With the wheel off from behind there, and it gives me something to pack the fiberglass filler off the sill there inside. So that's the plan. Oh, I need to blow my nose. So we can continue and fit this wing. Need the bonnet open for that, don't we? I'm going to be terrible tonight, I know I am. Being spied on over there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do anyway. So let's get this wing on. Alright, we're getting there. Wing to... That would probably help actually, yeah. I need to just close this gap up a little bit. And it's not too bad at the top, so it's closing up a bit at the bottom. That's going to help us with our bumper gap. Struggling with a little bit. But it's coming together. I need to put the light in. Is that still undone? Yeah, that's still undone. But it's going the right way. Oh, got indigestion. Every day. Yeah, it's just that bumper wing gap at the minute I'm struggling with a little bit. But so far, so good. It's looking good. Like I said, that hole's that far down. Repairing and painting that will be fine. It won't be seen. Not too bothered about that. Alrighty, it's getting a bit warm again today now. It was a bit miserable this morning, but it's getting a bit hot. I need to put the wing mirror on as well, and the door card. So far so good. Let's just keep going. Let's keep plodding along, see where we get to. Right. Just getting there. Still need to play a little bit with this wing to bumper joint. It's just not the best. The bumper's just a bit deformed. It just wants a bit of a, that's all it wants, just a bit of a push in. I'm hoping it's going to settle a little bit more and get a bit better than that. But we're all nice with gaps. I think the door wants to just pull in a little bit more on the hinge, on that. Change the handle over. What else have I done? Oh, put the door card on. It's not on properly there, something there. It's better. I've done the wing mirror. I've refit the driver's wing mirror. So that's all good. Now, the next thing I want to do is polish up this bumper and that rear quarter, because tomorrow the dent man's coming and I want to know if this lot will come out first before he has a go. And obviously the front bumper, we need to know if that's all going to come up clean, and we'll know for definite then if we need any paints. But it's getting there, isn't it? It's all moving in the right direction, and that's what it's all about. That wheel looks good and central. It's annoyed me, that hole in that wing, but I'll deal with that. Yeah, I must remember to look for a wheel tonight. So I think now, well, yeah, we're gonna get the polisher out. Let's have a polish. Do all the marks on there, marks on the end of the door, and like I said, that rear quarter, and let's just see what we can get out of it and what we can't. Right, shall we have a look at the results? And the results are in, and it's a pass on the bumper corner. It's all come out, except for it's a little bit there which just rubbed down through to the plastic, so that just needs a bit of a touch up there. But it's definitely passable, that now. Very nice, like that. Pass on that. This corner, again. Everything's come out of that, that's really nice now. Door edge, again, pass. They've come out. And then the rear quarter. And again, that's a million times better. I mean, if you get right down in your knees and have a good look where the scratches were, you can just see some faint lines. I get that, I mean, I could do a little bit more on that. But we're like putting that under a microscope there to see that. No, you can't see them. So it's all down to tomorrow, this dent man, whether he can get that out. Fingers crossed. It's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there, it's going well. So I think now, I don't know whether to end this here now, because this car needs an MOT. Dentman's obviously going to do his bit on there. I need a good clean and a tidy, and I need to fettle that wing and fill that in at the bottom. So we could probably squeeze another video out of it. It's just whether there's enough up to this point. But I'm happy, yes. It's good. So right, yes, I'm going to end this video here. That way we've got enough left to do another one on this Fiesta. I just really hope that dent man can get that dent out. Fingers crossed. So yeah, thank you as always for watching, massively appreciated. Don't forget the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.